The magic carpet. So welcome back. This is Brad, Bigfoot Running. Brad and Buddy again. First day back at work after 2 days off today from illness. And yeah, just heading out for the second time today for some bonus kilometres with Buddy. Did get out this morning for a magic carpet. Don't know if it was a smart thing or not after being sick, but I was feeling a lot better and was pretty keen to sort of keep the momentum going with my training. Once I got to work today, I sort of felt a bit average, to be honest. But yeah, not too bad. Whatever I've had though seems to be going around. There's a heap of other people off sick.
When the smell hit the crowd.
A couple even went home early today with similar symptoms. I'm kind of finding it's going from like vomiting to headaches and then to the stomach a bit. So I won't stray too far from home on this run in case, I won't go into too many details, but I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. Could be a bit of a toilet emergency. Yeah, so I'll keep this one pretty short. Bit of brain fog this morning, or forgot to charge the watch anyway over the last few days, and when I got up this morning it was on 1%, so I didn't record the run this morning. But it was the normal magic carpet, so pretty easy to estimate. I'll tell you what, I'll share this podcast I've been listening to the last couple of days. I've actually re-listened to it a few times. Trail Runner Nation's latest episode on biomechanics. And biomechanics are always something that I've kind of found has been a bit of a stumbling block for my body anyway. Not having the perfect feet especially, and having injured my hip in the past definitely affected my biomechanics. Buddy's spinning me around. I do have big feet, hence the inspiration for the name of the channel, Bigfoot Ultra Running. And they're kind of flat. So in the past I was prescribed orthotics when I was playing basketball. Let me just untangle this dog. And over the years I found it quite expensive maintaining the orthotic situation, and also very hard to fit into some shoes. And being a size 15, and I will do some videos about finding bigger feet just in case there are some fellow Bigfoots watching. I have learned some tips over the years and some places that might help you find some decent shoes. I don't know what you do when you're above size 15 though. It gets pretty hard unless you want to do all your running in basketball boots. But yeah, the latest episode on Trail Runner Nation, there's an expert talking about biomechanics and orthotics and how that works. I've actually stopped wearing orthotics completely, pretty much this entire year, after using them for a few years off and on. I heard another podcast where there's a different expert saying how any intervention should be temporary and giving your body a chance to heal and adapt. And over the last couple of years, my feet and relating tendons and everything seem to have strengthened enough where I don't need orthotics anywhere near as much as I once did. And yeah, my shoes feel a lot better without them. Although I did find some on Amazon that were working fairly well for me. I can share that link as well. Now, today's podcast goes into good detail how most orthotics, especially the ones you buy over the counter, like the ones I was buying from Amazon, even though I think they were pretty good, they sort of raise your arch, and my feet are flat or flattish. My right foot's flatter than the left. My right hip is also the one I fractured though, but yeah, my right side is where I get 90% of my injuries. I think it's stemming from the hip and also my foot. But yeah, I've adapted to not need the orthotics. That's what I'm telling myself anyway. Remember, I'm not an expert, so don't take my advice. The other thing mentioned in the podcast was cadence. Now, although I'm not trying to change anything overnight, especially leading up to the Heysen, I have been conscious of maybe improving my cadence by a little bit, increasing it from sort of 160 strikes a minute to closer to 180, which is the recommended number, although it is just a number. Because yeah, the more steps you take per minute, apparently the less impact you're putting on your legs and the further you can run. So yeah, anyway, that's a bit of a quick synopsis, quick summary of the episode. I might actually use it in a future video and break it down a bit further, but for today I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, highly recommend Trail Runner Nation and the specific episode on biomechanics, especially if that's something that you have had trouble with. And yeah, previous Heysens I've had to overcome Achilles tendon issues, and there's always something. And I, to be honest with you, I don't put it down to age for me, even though I'm 41, because they're the same injuries I got when I was 19, 20, doing similar training for something else. So, you know, I was wearing boots a lot of the time then, but yeah. Anyway, me and buddy are just chilling out, doing a creek run, some bonus Ks, because I still want to hit a decent target this week. And I am feeling like I'm getting better from whatever sickness that was. You don't want it, I tell you what, it's terrible. But at least it's short-lived. Full of beans. I didn't take him out on this morning's run because I wasn't actually sure how far I'd get. Yeah, if you don't take him out, he's going to go crazy no matter what, so it's easier doing this than dealing with him doing zoomies around the house. It's a good boy, aren't you, buddy? Hey, good boy. Hey, me. So one other thing I'll mention about feet while I'm at it is I've also kind of transitioned from Hoke One One, which I still highly regard, which are a 4mm drop or a 5mm drop depending on the shoe. That's the drop from heel to toe. And I've pretty much transitioned to a 0 drop shoe in the Altras. I'll definitely do a whole video on that at some point. I'll even show you the wear pattern on the bottom of my shoes. That's definitely strengthened my feet to the point where when I first started wearing the Ultra Zero Drop shoes, my feet would be pretty sore after a run, or even half a run, so like 5Ks in them. I'd need a few days before I was ready to wear them again, or it really felt like I was going to injure myself. Now I pretty much wear Ultras every run, so 0 drop shoes every run, and I only wear the Hokers every now and then, so it's kind of shifted to the other way around. If I feel any sort of pain around the Achilles, I might switch to the Hokers for a run or two and then go back to the Ultra Zero Drop shoes. So 0 drop shoes, if you hadn't heard of them, so Ultra, A-L-T-R-A, are probably the biggest brand that I know about anyway, and they make size 15s, which is awesome for me and people like me. They have a wide toe box, so they encourage your toes to sort of spread out naturally. So they feel kind of cool, feel good, comfy. They might not look that good, but who cares? Neither the Hokers, by the way. And yeah, they're completely flat, so no drop from heel to toe. And yeah, they do put a bit more strain on the Achilles, but over time you get stronger. And yeah, I'm hoping that's one of the things that's helping me kind of reach this next level that I feel like I'm reaching at the moment. Pretty cool. I grew up in this area, And it's cool because as I'm having my own kids, they're pretty much rejuvenating all the play areas, and it's good timing for my kids. Yeah, good to see the area improving. Oh, by the way, another thing on the topic of big feet, in my last trail race at Bel Air, I was lucky enough to win the lottery, like the random prize draw, for a brand new pair of course they're brand new, but a pair of On Cloud shoes. They only go up to size 14. So yeah, my wife is enjoying her new On Cloud shoes. Not sure why companies don't make them in bigger sizes, because there's definitely a market for them. When I go to buy shoes, like Hoka's for example, I now buy 2 pairs at once, especially if they're a pair that I know that have worked for me. Like when the new Speed Goats came out, for example. If you don't do it, they're gone, they're sold out. Because they obviously don't stock that many. I understand why, but there's definitely other people there snapping them up. If you don't, you could be waiting a while. I always manage to have a pair or a couple of pairs in the spare room ready to go, just in case that big event comes along and you need them. So yeah, I think I'll be running the Heysen. I'll definitely be wearing Ultras. Probably the new pair of Olympus 5s that I've got ready, because they've been serving me well. They seem to have a bit more stability built in, even though they're still a neutral trail running shoe. And I'll definitely also have my trusty pair of Speed Goat Evos, which I actually bought my second pair of, and I only bring them out for races and for the Heysen. It's just a slightly lighter version of the Hoka Speed Goat. And yeah, they should definitely make a comeback, because very popular. Seth James Damore put out a pretty good review. He did heaps of shoe reviews on his daily vlogs when that was going. So yeah, very highly regarded shoe. Over time though, they do feel a bit harder. I'm not sure if that's because the rubber deteriorates over time just sitting in the wardrobe, or just the shoes I've been wearing are a bit bouncier since then. But yeah, the Speed Goats will come out for the Heysen, but I'll probably start it in a pair of Ultra Olympus 5s. They've been serving me really well lately. So yeah, but I will do some videos specifically on these topics. Today's a bit of a rambling one, basically because I can't be bothered filming. But I gotta keep up this daily vlog because I said I'd do it. And if I quit this, I might get in the habit of quitting, and I can't be quitting the Heysen when the going gets tough. No excuses. Yeah, we're going a bit slower today, buddy. Gotta be patient with me, mate. Windvale Dam. Damn, Windvale. Back at it again with your white bands. Alright, that was a bad impersonation of an old meme, but whatever. Alright. Feeling pretty good, but taking it very easy. So I did about 12 Ks this morning on what I call the magic carpet up around Golden Grove and Greenwith on the footpaths. The plan was to do 8 now, to round it off to 20. But yeah, I couldn't help myself, we're going to make it 10. So not a bad day kilometre wise. And none of it's been hard, it's all been pretty easy. A lot of my training at the moment feels like that. It's not really high intensity or anything, but just you need a bit of dedication to fit it in time wise. If I add too much high intensity stuff now, it's going to have a minimal benefit but a big risk of injury. So trying to be careful, although this guy would love to rip my arm off, buddy. Alright, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Bigfoot Running. Like and subscribe.